go get him again.
Welcome back to the Robes Away channel. I'm your host Mark, and on the docket today we have an unboxing first impression video on the brand of Juliette Has a Gun, and this is another OUD. I know they had a bunch of OUD releases from this brand, but you know, this is a brand that I never gave the light of day until this year, actually. Fragflex has sent me a whole bunch of Juliette Has a Guns. I always kind of put this brand in like a Sephora brand. They had their own little counter at Sephora, at least the Sephoras that I visited in Canada. They had their own little thing, and I never really, like I smelt like I never took the time to actually sit down and smell any or get any interest in them. But I love discovering, so let's see what this one has in store. Now, before we get into anything, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. Much appreciated to my returnees. Love ya. Merci beaucoup. Love seeing familiar faces again. Well, you see me, I don't see you, but I'll see you in the comments below. Juliette Has a Gun is a... it was like this when I first got my Fragflex haul. I had a rose-based one from Francis K. was the Perfume behind it. And it was like a super high. I was like, oh, this is really, really good for, you know, Francis K. Like, it's good. And then the brand just kept going, you know, a lot of... I feel like they don't have much personality, very synthetic. So it's very much due for another good one. I hope that this is it, but you never know. Let's take a look at the little breakdown. Let's see what it's got. Obviously, we got OUD in the mid, but in the top we got raspberry and bergamot. So we got fruity note, citrus note, and in the back end we got ambroxan. Oh, I almost shiver when I say ambroxan and musk. Okay. I'm just getting myself prepared here. Released in 2015, so this one has a few years behind it. I got no nose. I got no nose attached to it. I couldn't find one. Let's look at pricing. This is new to my unboxings. I kind of want to take the time to look at pricing. This one, I went to Sephora because it's a Sephora brand, and it's $155 USD for a big boy like this, 100 mil, right? Is this what this is? Yep. And on Fragflex, it's 68. Holy moly, almost $100 off. Okay, plus my 10% off code. Hey, you're laughing. You're laughing. So we'll see if it's even $68 good. Now that's USD, by the way. I'm Canadian, so that's not Canadian pricing. So we got the white bottle with the gold accents. Always like these Juliette Has a Gun bottles. The presentation it's just simplistic, but really nicely done. And yeah, let's sniff this one out and see what we get. That atomizer is actually pretty good. Yeah, that was not bad. We got some raspberry. That raspberry, it hits you. Synthetic raspberry, by the way, like obviously, but it's left all by itself here. It's never a good thing. Okay, we're just gonna do one long spray here. Okay, let's see what on skin it does. What does it do on skin? Okay, so raspberry. Well, I'm getting more on skin. There's slight woods here, but this ain't no OUD. There is ambroxan. It's definitely not scratchy in this one. It's gonna make this thing last, I think, because it'll need it. Off the top, this thing is weak. Nah. This is the nah pile. It ain't doing it for me. Too basic, too synthetic. Another OUD. Okay, what you talking about? Synthetic mishmash of raspberry juice with some woody aspects. Light woody aspects. Like, this ain't an OUD. This is like cedar planks. There's some musks and some ambroxan. There's not much to grasp here. Just think of like a raspberry, which is front and center. It's okay, but it's like, I'm not expecting fireworks out of a fruity note. And then there's a light woody backdrop, and I mean light. Like we could put capital L on light. It's very light. It's not even a westernized oud, which has dustiness and things. Like people saying that, I'm sure people are saying, I'm just assuming, this is a good beginner oud. No, this is not even an oud. You're not even stepping in the oud spectrum. Might as well get them a little tippy-toed in there, a little bit of woody. This ain't, no, this is not it. Musks and Broxin, which is fine. It's not screechy. It's super light. Don't expect any darkness here. Like when you got oud in the name, even at its worst, you're looking at like a westernized oud that's smooth, right? Like in the men's aisle, there's like M7 or Oud Wood or something like that. Even then, like that's a big jump from this stuff. A big jump. I can't even suggest this for an oud for beginners. It's not an oud. You won't even know what oud smells like with this stuff, honestly. It's disrespectful. That's what it is. Don't say this is an oud for beginners. It's not. It's not. Not even close. They won't even know what oud smells like at all. Like not even a glimpse. At least give them a westernized oud that has that woody aspect with a little dustiness. Ease them into it a little bit. With, you know, some supporting notes that are a little more fun and playful. That's a beginner oud. This, I don't even know what this is. This is raspberry, like I said, raspberry juice with a little woody backdrop and then Broxin and musk and ending it. No. This brand, you know, my first test, and I remember it vividly because it was this year, and I was impressed. I was like, oh, why? You know, a lot of talking heads, first get free bottles from the fragrance brand, so those are junk reviews. And then there's the other side of the coin where people are bashing the hell out of this brand, so there's no real middle ground. And when I first smelt that Francis K. Rose, and I was like, wow, this is really good. Like, I'm almost in the influencer aisle. Like, I'm like, this is a good brand, right? Great start. Like, this is stock market's going and it's crashing. It's crashing. This brand needs it needs a pick-me-up. The next one needs to be good. Just good. That's all I'm asking. This ain't it. No. And for even on 68 on Fragflex, sorry sponsor, but you know, you're not really sponsoring this. You're paying me to decant. You're not paying me to do reviews, unlike other reviewers. I can say whatever I want. Not even worth the 68 on Fragflex, even with my coupon code. No, this is raspberry juice. Might as well get yourself a Lacoste synthetic fruity thing. At least, I was going to say at least there's a backbone, but I stopped myself. This is the same thing. There's no backbone. No, this is a no bueno. There's hardly anything here. Yeah. Anyway, this one is available at Fragflex. If you really want to dip into it after my poor review, go ahead. An influencer that's bashing it and then saying, hey, go click my link. Go to Fragflex, use my code TFG10, you get 10% off site-wide, so you don't have to purchase this. That code's good for, has no expiry to it. While I'm decanting, it's still going. So you can use it as much as you want, but keep it in your back pocket. Now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. Good, bad, and the ugly, right? I'm not an influencer. I do not moderate. Well, I moderate my comments. I'm not gonna lie. I do moderate my comments, but it's more about stupid things. People that come and attack me for fun. They're trolls and stuff. I'll get rid of that junk. But other than that, if somebody's saying, hey, this is absolutely amazing, it is a great beginner oud, I'm gonna keep that comment up. It has nothing to do with me. You know, you're not going to hurt my feelings. This is my opinion, and I'm deep-rooted in that. It's my opinion. It's not gospel. It's not fact. I'm just stating my opinion. So go ahead. You can agree with me. You can disagree with me. You can be lukewarm on this one. I don't see any purpose for this one at all, especially for retail. $155? Whew, no, absolutely not. Yeah. And as always, a great pour fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.